Drake has finally dropped a response track to Kendrick, Future, Metro, and even Rick Ross. The track serves as a diss track with Drake responding to the various beefs that he is now in. Responding to the countless diss tracks on the We Don't Trust You album from songs like That, Princess Diana, and All to Myself. However, on Drake's song Push-Ups, aka Drop, and Give Me 50, Drake opens the song by rapping the lyrics, "I can never be nobody #1 fan. You're first #1. I had to put it in your hands." As 4 years ago, Drake would hop on the track titled Life is Good. With Future generating now 2 billion views on YouTube, this would end up remaining Future's still biggest song of all time. Now in the intro track of the We Don't Trust You album, Future actually raps the lyrics. "You're a #1 fan, dog, sneak dissing. I don't understand, dog. Hello talking, acting like a fed dog. I don't need another fake friend." Now Drake knew that he had to respond to that bar, as Drake literally gave Future his first #1 hit ever. Then later in the song, Drake would then respond to one of Kendrick Lamar's disses, as Kendrick would drop a line in the song titled Like That, where Kendrick rapped the lyrics, "Think I won't drop the location. I still got it. F the big three. It's just big me. I'm really like that. And your best work is a light pack." Now Kendrick was sending a direct message to Drake and J. Cole, as the big three that Kendrick is referring to is himself, J. Cole, and Drake, the big three in hip-hop who blossomed in the early 2000s. Intense. Now Drake would want to make sure to let Kendrick Lamar know that the current reality in the hip-hop game does not have Kendrick Lamar anywhere near the top 3. So Drake would rap the lyrics in the song Push-Ups. "You ain't in no big 3, CSA got you wiped down, Travis got you wiped down, and Savage got you wiped down." Letting Kendrick Lamar know that he is not a part of any big 3 anymore. Many newer artists in the game has wiped his name out of the charts. And all of these other new artists are now outselling him by a lot. However, this is a sneak diss that went over everybody's head, and no one even realized is the title of Drake's response track is actually a sneak diss towards Kendrick Lamar. A viral tweet would share when Drake said, "Drop and give me 50. He was not talking about push-ups. 50 earnings go to Anthony Top Dog. He is with the TDE label contract, and Drake is literally telling Kendrick to drop music just to give him 50%. Now this is a much bigger deal than most people even know. In the opinions of about anybody in the music industry, you are not a top 1 rapper in the game if you still have to give 50% of your earnings to record companies. Drake is laughing and mocking Kendrick about the fact that a veteran in the music industry is still technically signed to a rookie contract, as in simple terms, only new artists are signed to 50-50 contracts, but Kendrick Lamar is still in one. However, Drake's next disc would actually end up taking over the entire internet. In the track Push-Ups, Drake would rap the lyrics "Ivy" with some bodyguards just like Whitney. Now, if you're unaware, a tweet would state that Whitney Barr is crazy. Kendrick Lamar's fiance cheated on him with his bodyguard while he was out doing push-ups in the park, leaving. Many believe that that was just way too far for a diss track. But you tell me what you think in the comments. Now, when you research even deeper into the beef like I did, you're gonna learn something very strange. Last week, J. Cole released a tape titled Might Delete. Later on, the tape is a track titled 7-Minute Drill. This is a distract response to Kendrick Lamar, Future, and Metro Boomin. But right before the midnight release of Future and Metro's second album titled We Still Don't Trust You, J. Cole ended up removing the diss track from his tape. A report goes and reads, J. Cole has officially removed his Kendrick Lamar diss track, 7-Minute Drill, from streaming services, leaving many fans confused as to why he deleted it, but the answer was very clear when the clock hit midnight. As the We Still Don't Trust You album was released by Future and Metro, the second album to be exact, there was a J. Cole feature onto this album, making many believe now J. Cole may have switched sides on Drake.
First, on Thursday night, fans were shocked to hear a J. Cole feature on the song Red Leather off Future and Metro Boomin's newest album, We Still Don't Trust You. Based on some of the lyrics, it initially seemed like J. Cole had recorded this verse after he apologized to Kendrick Lamar, but many fans pointed to this video of J. Cole saying he was in the studio with Metro Boomin months ago, and then today, Rob Markman said he confirmed with the source that the verse was recorded before Like That ever dropped. But regardless of when he recorded the verse, he still had to clear it and approve it being on the album. So after being on tour with Drake just weeks ago and then last weekend saying he didn't want to be involved in any beef, he went and did a feature on a verse with people he knew would be dissing Drake. And then we get to this afternoon where he finally removed 7 Minute Drill off streaming only after the first week sales became official.
Also featured on the newest album is A$AP Rocky. A tweet goes and states, A$AP Rocky appears to diss Drake on Metro Boomin and Future's new album, where he raps the lyrics, Blocko in it first, son, still don't trust you, always us, never them. He also says, heard you dropped your latest stuff. Funny how it came and went. Everyone is going at Drake right now, leaving many fans confused as to why A$AP Rocky would even go and diss Drake, seeing as A$AP hasn't even dropped anything since 2018. But this is then when Drake would start reacting to all the other side rappers that are dissing up. It begins with a tweet that states, Rick Ross and Nav have unfollowed Drake on Instagram after Metro and Future diss Drake leaving Drake's first react. Action of many being, I ain't picking up, I'm in Turk's Little Baby, which is a clear sneak dish towards Nav's on follow on Instagram, as those are actually Nav's lyrics. Drake would then also respond to other lyrics on the song like that from Kendrick Lamar with an Instagram post of somebody mining for diamonds, trying to get a reaction from Drake. This response is to the lyrics that are left over in the, like that song where he raps the lyrics for all your dogs getting put to rest. That's okay with all these nines. He goes see a pet cemetery as Drake. Drake saw these lyrics as more of a reach from Kendrick Lamar, as there is rumor circulating that Kendrick may have wanted a feature onto Drake's For All the Dogs album, which is why he keeps mentioning the album's name. Kendrick is referring to the For All the Dogs album with those lyrics, as he is mentioning K with all of those nines, referring to a canine, and then ending the line with a pet resting area. However, the scary part was that after the song's release, someone captured a photo of Drake on the night it was out. In the photo, you can see clearly Drake has headphones in. He's listening to music with a very sour look on his face, making many believe that he's listening to the diss track from Kendrick Lamar. However, things would get even worse from here, as later in the song Like That, Kendrick raps the lyrics, F sneak dissin', first person I hope they come in with 3 switches, referencing once again the big 3, but he's also now discussing Drake and J. Cole's hit track titled First Person S.
One of the biggest being the line, sneak dissin', first person I hope they came with 3 switches. So what exactly did Drake and Cole say about Kendrick that was a sneak diss? On first person, J. Cole has a bar where he says, everybody steppers, well F it, then everybody breakfast, and I'm about to clear up my plate. Steppers here is obviously a reference to Kendrick's most recent album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and clearing my plate likely means winning the competition for best rapper over Kendrick. And Drake in his first verse asked the question who the GOAT rapper is, and he uses a clever double entendre to say that only him and J. Cole are in the GOAT conversation, meaning Kendrick is not. J. Cole also probably has the most notable line in first person where he says, love when they argue the hardest MC, is it K. Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big 3 like we started a league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali.
But it wasn't until this one viral tweet would go around on Twitter, which would turn everything into crazy mode, it would stay. Y'all didn't catch the disses at Drake because y'all were too worried about Kendrick. Here's another diss at Drake from Metro and Future, which seems to reference 21 saying that Future is bigger than Drake and that nobody is listening him into the street. Also before the diss, on the outro, Future switches up his flow with no auto-tune, basically saying that I can get up here and do what you do, but I can really rap now. I can't play the outro of the song due to copyright, but it's an audio track from a movie where it is one character telling someone else that no one is listening to a certain type of music in the hood, even though that artist is huge, which is exactly what Drake's best friend 21 Savage said about Drake in an interview.
Niggas don't be listening to Drake like that. Well, if I wasn't a rapper, I don't feel like I still would listen to Drake for real. It's just I'm a rapper, so I understand the work he put in now, how hard he go.
Wait,
Like
why
when
though?
you ain't no rapper, all them statistics don't mean a regular street don't give a about how many times you went #1, like how many white people listen to you. They don't even think that the farthest they think is the club. Who's selling this club out? That's who they think is the biggest. Like in Atlanta, it's a lot of who you really can't tell them Future ain't bigger than Drake.
I would say it's cap. Really?
On God, I used to think that Drake ain't really no big.
As more details come to light from the documentary, we've got you covered. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos.